There's a story behind this too. My mom, I had a mullet. Whenever I was a kid, I had a mullet. My mom wouldn't let me cut it. So you can see here where I took a razor to my head. And then finally I got a haircut.
That's you?
Yeah, I had a mullet. My mom wouldn't let me cut it, so I took a razor to the side of my head. And finally I got a haircut.
Damn.
Look. Look like his ass.
Yeah.
It's your boy B Milli. You're in Piney Flats, Tennessee, and you're tuned in with Mop Factory. Look, they're getting restless now. They're starting to fuck around.
What up, boy? Well, shit, how did y'all meet?
I was doing a show opening up for Struggle at the Zarate shop in Abingdon, and I saw Shocka running around. He had his producer and a camera guy, and I saw the camera, and I was like, I asked one of the employees, I said, hey, if you can, get those guys to holler at me. And they came backstage and hollered at me. I saw one of his music videos, and I said, yeah, like, got something going on, like, I want to link up with him. So we set up a studio session, and his producer on the spot cooked up a beat, and I was like, damn, all right. And we made Country King, and then from there it's been like my brother. Like, and it's crazy because I've had friends in this music stuff for years, and 90% of them stabbed me in the back. Somebody I couldn't be friends with. This guy showed up for my court date when I was facing years in jail. He showed up for my birthday, like, real friend type shit, you know what I'm saying? So, and I got off drugs like about a year and a half ago, and I really stayed to myself to stay doing good, and he introduced me to a whole different friend group that are positive.
Yeah.
And it's been a major blessing on my life. If it wasn't for this guy, like, I probably would have ended up back on drugs because I didn't have a really good support system except my mom, and she's not around a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll let him speak on it. But
Yeah, when I met him, I wasn't even doing shows yet. We've always been kind of tucked away, never been out in the public with it. I just started going to every show I could, picking up trash and filming free content for artists and stuff, just trying to catch everybody's attention, trying to figure out some contacts or how to get my foot in the door. And B Milli was one of the first people at one of the first shows I went to before I got shows of myself. I credited a lot of my success and stuff to him because he saved me. There's been so many times where he saved me years of hard work just by listening to his advice, cutting corners and stuff, because he knows the game, he's been around and stuff. But just like he was saying, we became close friends and stuff, and to me, he's like a brother. And I've shown him respect from the start, he's shown me respect from the start. And with his music stuff, it's hard to find people that you can trust and rely on, and real motherfuckers that really are gonna hold it down. But that's how me and him linked up.
the beautiful part of our relationship is that, like, I've got to really learn a lot about life through our relationship. Everybody wants to call themselves like the king of East Tennessee or the king of their area. And whenever I met him, like, I probably like had the most traction as far as rappers, you know, here. And then I've watched our dynamic change. He got a huge spotlight put on him, and now he's got more traction than really any rapper that I know around here. But him being my friend, like, it doesn't bother me. Like, I love it. Like, I sit back and smile every time that I see a fan. We'll be at a gas station and people will pull up and be like, Shocka Hustlemane, and it brings a big smile to my face. Like,
Yeah, but he's a big part of that. B Milli's knowledge of the game, and he just knows how to move. That's something I didn't know. Like, I'm still learning the business of things. I just do this because I love it, and, you know, I'm representing for my people back in Carter County. But B Milli's right here representing Piney Flats. You got a long history here in Sullivan County.
yeah, like, if I get pulled over in Sullivan County, I instantly get pulled out of the car. They ask if they can search my car because I've got a long history of possession charges. So. And then I went to prison for a gun charge, so they automatically think that maybe I've got a weapon on me, maybe I've got drugs on me. But yeah, bro, since I've met him, like, he's lit a fire under me. And he really put a spotlight on East Tennessee that hadn't been put on East Tennessee. Like,
we lit a fire under each other. Everybody in my circle and B Milli's circle and stuff, we know that there's a time for everything. B Milli's been grinding this. You can get on YouTube, y'all, and y'all's gonna see music videos for B Milli 15 years ago, repping the same shirts, the same stuff, repping Piney Flats, East Tennessee, right here, shouting out to 423. B Milli's been doing this. Only difference is it wasn't B Milli's time. Now it's B Milli's time. It's no coincidence that me and him met when we did and became as good of friends. I needed friends and he needed friends, and I didn't have any rap friends before this. B Milli's the first person to show me that respect and show me how to work the roots. But one thing people need to understand is B Milli's been through his battles. You know, he's done his prison time. He's been down the road. You know, he's battled his addiction and everything. Everything happens for a reason. B Milli's been more solid this last year, 2023, and into 2024, and so have I. We've both been more solid than we've ever been our whole life, and it's going to pay off. It's his time. It's his time to shine.
And like a big thing is, I've always tried to put light on this area. Like whenever one of the songs I did with Jelly Roll, he said, "Do you want me to say anything in the song?" I said, "Yeah, I want you to shout out Piney Flats and Tri-Cities." To have a major artist, especially where he's at now, say that on the song, like, was a big thing. But I've learned throughout the years that you almost gotta be on some, not fuck everybody else, but you gotta be about yourself. Like, cause whenever I was younger, I made a mistake that I respect the most about him is that he doesn't clout chase at all. He does him to the fullest. I used to make the mistake of meeting these bigger artists, doing shows or songs with them. I'd have to get pictures and I'd have to make it a point to let people know, like, oh, I'm messing with such and such. Like, now he's done put such a spotlight on himself, this area, and the whole team, that we don't need to clout chase. Like, we just need to do us.
We just need to represent our people and be ourselves, because our people right here need a voice. B Milli's the veteran, I'm the young buck. You know, we got a fire under each other. His knowledge of the game lights a fire under me, and my energy and everything and discipline lights a fire under him.
And I know I can probably speak for both of us. We saw Jalen on y'all stuff, and that's what made me want to link with y'all. Like, shout out to Jalen Serving.
Yeah, shout out to Jalen Serving.
I've been knowing Jalen since he was a teenager, coming over to the house recording, and we've always seen the talent there. Like, much respect to Jalen. Like, that's the homie. Like, that's our brother. But he stays so busy, and then he's got kind of like different people he records with, so we're not able to link with him as much as we like. But that's definitely a fan.
I mean, we all stay busy right now. But what's the story? What's this place we're at right here?
This is where I went to elementary and middle school. And whenever I grew up here, like, basketball was my thing, like any sport, but I was always like the leading scorer on the team, not trying to be on.
Where you receive that country king, that country baller status.
Yeah, like people that go to school with me, like, they know, like, that's what they know me for. Like, I was a baller, and then I was like an innocent, naive young kid until whenever I was 12, and that's a big part of my story. Whenever I was 12, right down the road in my childhood home, one day my dad, he was bad on drugs. He tried to kill my mom and he shot himself. And after that, everything changed with me. I went from a naive young kid to a kid with a chip on his shoulder, and that carried over into high school. And y'all see the newspaper clippings, like, I was still balling in high school, but then that pent-up aggression and anger finally caught up to me, and me and my basketball coach had an issue, and I came to school and threw a brick through his windshield. Got kicked out of school. But if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be rapping today, because in alternative schools, whenever I first wrote my first rap and came up with the name B Milli, so everything happens for a reason. They better hurry up before it's too late.
Well, yeah, I've only been doing shows for a year. B Milli, how long have you been doing shows? What, 15 years?
Yeah, good.
See, he's had his run around with the shows and the rap battles and everything, you know, before he did his prison time and stuff. And him getting out and getting straight and coming home and stuff, he got back on shows. I wasn't even on that. And this man right here's thrown me so many alley-oops that I slam dunk. And I wouldn't have been able to catch that ball if it wasn't for B Milli passing it to me. I try to do the same thing for him, but people need to understand there's blood behind this. There's tears behind this. I mean, sweat. Like, This ain't just a hobby for us. This is ride or die. This is life or death. You see B Milli's tattoos. He's all tatted up in it. I'm getting all tatted up in it. All my tattoos are music related.
He's got Shocka tatted on him. I got B Milli on me.
What people need to understand is when we holler in 423, Piney Flats, Carter County, Sullivan County, when we shouting out our people right here in East Tennessee, we ain't doing this for us. We ain't stunting. We are stunting, obviously, but we stunting for the people here. We trying to represent for the people, because if it wasn't for the people supporting me and him, our relationship probably wouldn't be. That's part of what's made our bond and stuff is so strong, is because we've seen how we've changed people's lives together. We so focused on it. B Milli's one of the most determined artists I've ever seen, and it's crazy that somebody has the endurance and the drive to be able to do this as many years as he did, go do as many years down the road, and then come back and get right back on that shit. I mean, this a grind all night thing, man. That's what people need to understand.
Most definitely. And as far as like he's speaking on like representing for this area and stuff, like I'm from the country, but I became more country over the past 3 or 4 years because of my work, which is right around the corner, and you know, learning a lot of stuff that my dad wasn't there to teach me growing up, and then being with this guy, going mudding, going up on the mountain, hanging out with our homie Big Kurt Dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've got to really see, I got to, there for a while, like back in the day, like the word redneck, I might have looked at different, like.
I mean, we all did,
but now, like, I got some redneck ass friends that I love, and they're the shit.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is really the highlight of our life right now. I'm a lot younger than B Milli, and it's happening for me younger, but everything happens to lead to where we are now, and we're building a team, we're building a relationship. We've all found new passions and new loves and stuff, man. We're praising God. We're closer to Father God than we've ever been and stuff, and we're just trying every day to do what's right.
Yeah, like I've been to church with this man, and that's a big thing that made me respect him even more, was seeing that he had God in the forefront of what he was doing, because I think that's very important.
Yeah, and that's one thing he was talking too about where we're being from, obviously being known as the hick spot up here in the East Tennessee mountains, right here in southern Appalachia and stuff. You know, we got Johnson City, Kingsport and stuff, but even then, our people's known as like cornbread. But even somebody that don't identify with that shit and stuff, one thing we all have to respect is where we're from. Like, it's normal for us to see these cow fields, these mountains and stuff, but that's something that the people here need to stop running from, and we need to start accepting and promoting our culture and being proud of it. We can be in the rap game and not try to be like all these other cats that's out here popping, because it's East Tennessee's time. We got to do it a little different. I'm just glad to see B Milli and me and our friend groups combine, and everybody's bonds being so strong. It's a beautiful thing to see. But he's like a big piece of glue in all this, and that's what people gotta understand. Like, at first you can see us and not think that me and him would be best friends at first, but then once you understand our relationship, you see how it works. He's like a mentor to me, if anything.
But don't let him get it twisted either. He knows a lot of stuff that I don't, and he's taught me a lot. There was a phone call we had a couple weeks ago where he kind of got on my ass and then told me I was looking at things wrong. I'm not gonna go into detail, but he just told me I was looking at the bigger picture wrong. And that he also told me, like, we got a lot of people looking at us right now, so everything got to be top notch. And he kind of got me back in the right mindset and put a fire under me that at 38 years old, sometimes it's hard to find that fire and energy, but with his help, like, it ain't been no problem to find it. Really, like, the biggest issue that I've had in my life that set me down the wrong path was drug use. It just kept on happening with possession charges, smaller stuff, and then it kept stacking and getting to a point to where, like, I became almost public enemy #1 with the Sullivan County Police. Even to this day, like, they keep up with the music and they kind of pay attention. If I get pulled over, they instantly know who I am because of me getting in trouble so much. I was really on pain pills bad, but meth is what really took me down that road the worst. Whenever I went to prison, I had took some nerve pills that day and just kind of lost my shit and had a gun, put it in somebody's face. Woke up the next day with the house surrounded, you know what I mean? And I came home from prison and I still stayed on that path for 2 or 3 years, so I was going back and forth to county jail. And then finally, about a year and a half ago, I said, man, I've had enough of this shit. And got my head on straight, and then things have kind of just been on an upward trajectory since then. My opinion is that the drug epidemic is being caused, one, because Big Pharma But two, all the legislation that they're doing, these doctors not wanting to write pain medicine. So then these people are going out here trying to find it on the street, and they're getting bad stuff and dying. I think the government's is not helping whenever it comes to that, because back whenever I was on opiates, I had 100 people. I'm not telling anybody they need to go do opiates, but I'm just saying, if you were on opiates, I would rather you have somebody that you're either getting your own prescription or you know it's coming from a doctor, instead of them out here buying it off the street and not knowing where it came from. I didn't have to deal with that whenever I had my addiction, and these people now do. It's terrible. Like, you see people walking around looking like zombies from meth and fentanyl, and it makes me sick to my stomach to see my area like that. Like, 'cause it's a beautiful area, like it's got a lot of great things going for it, but to see our people walking around looking like zombie-fied from meth. I was there. I was looking 30, 40 pounds lighter than I am now, like not looking right. And I hate it, and I hope that something changes, bro. I hope that the fentanyl gets done away with. Like, if somebody sells you fentanyl, like if they're sitting there and they're batching up something and pressing a pill knowing they're giving somebody something that could potentially kill them, they need to go to jail for life. I'm a convict, so that's crazy for me to say somebody needs to go to jail, but they're doing that. Yeah.
If someone's like down in that hole, like in that drug use hole, what would your one piece of advice be?
Only you can change it. That only you can, like, you can literally wake up today, and it sounds cliche and it sounds like some BS, but you can literally snap your fingers and change your thoughts of who you want to be and how you want to live life. If you're down in that hole, I was just down in that hole a year and a half ago. Look at me right now. I'm way up out the hole and on a rise, and it's because I just decided to change it. And I implemented that into my everyday life. I got on a workout program. I stayed steady working. I changed the people I surrounded myself with. You gotta get away from the negative people, because if you're at a barbershop long enough, you're gonna get a haircut. If you're hanging around the people that's getting high, you're gonna get high. So change the people that you're around and change your mindset. And you had to have some kind of bigger picture in mind. You have to have a goal that you're striving for every day. You gotta have a purpose. And whether you believe in God or not, like, you have to have a higher power. Whether you think that this line right here is your higher power that you pray to, or God is, like, you had to have that, because every single day I feel God guiding me. I feel it 110%. And you're talking to a guy that's been sitting in places that made me question God to the fullest. But I did my research when I was in prison and really looked at people that believed in God and looked at scientists that didn't and read books on it. And my belief is there is very much a God, and that if you sit and talk to Him and you really live, put Him first, that He's going to guide you and He's going to help you. Like, These two right here are all the inspiration that I need in the world to really keep my life together. This is Bentley and this is Pork Chop. My prison time, I missed a lot of him growing up, and I missed him being born, and that was the worst feeling in the world. So every single day, like, if I ever am feeling down or feeling discouraged or feeling like using, I can think of these two, and instantly, like, it reminds me, like, as my friend Kurt says, like, I've got little eyes on me that are watching, and I gotta be an example. Like,
so where'd you get the name B Milli?
Just from my first and last name, Brian Milhorn. Like, a lot of people think I got it from the song A Milli. Like, for the longest after that song came out, whenever my friends answer the phone, they say, A Milli, A Milli. And it killed me, because I actually came up with that name about 4 or 5 years before A Milli came out.
When did you start rapping?
I started rapping whenever I was in alternative school. I started writing rap whenever I was 17. But then I didn't start taking it serious and actually, like, getting in the studio recording until like 2007, 2008. And then 2009, I created Grind All Night and made it actual business.
How did you meet Jelly Roll?
I met Jelly Roll from whenever I started really doing stuff, I kind of looked across the landscape of Tennessee, and he was an artist that stood out to me. And the guy that was my manager at the time had contacts with him, and so I got linked up with him, ended up getting him on songs, and then I ended up meeting him first because I did a show with him. After we had already did songs, sending them back and forth, I did a show with him and met him. We kind of clicked, and Jelly's got a silver tongue. Like, if he's in a room, like, he's the one that's getting all the attention. Like, so he's easy to love, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I met him doing shows with him, and I just wanted to me, like, his rap is so hard that I had to work with him, and I wish he would do more of it still. Like, last time I saw him, I asked him, I said, like, you know, I'm not a country music fan, like, so when some rap coming, he said, it's coming soon. So I hope and pray that there's a day that a full Jelly Roll rap album comes out in the future.
Who in your life has impacted your music the most?
Impacted my music the most? Oh, man, that's a tough one. I would say probably Eminem, because from the time that it kind of showed me whenever I was young, like, I've got old pictures of me in high school with an Eminem poster in the back, and I was dressed like him. So just seeing that a white artist really could do this and not be mocked like on some Vanilla Ice type shit, like, showed me that it is possible. So I had to say Eminem.
Who's your favorite artist to work with?
Shocka Hustlemane.
I knew that one.
Shocka Hustlemane, like, whenever we get in the studio, every single time, like, something good comes out of it, and we click. Like, a lot of times, like, we'll have the same idea at the same time simultaneously and be like, hey, and then I'll go to say it, and then he'll say what I was thinking, or vice versa. So.
Dream car?
Dream car would be a Ferrari Spider.
What color?
Red. I think it's the 360 Spider. But yeah, they've got like a different one now, I think, for it. They've changed the numbers in it, man. But back, that was years ago, like, you were seeing them pop up in like P. Diddy videos and shit. I don't even want to talk about Diddy right now. But you were seeing that car everywhere, and I was like, man, like, I love that. I would like to, like, right now, if I had the money and really could, I would probably get a Hellcat or a Trackhawk.
Top 3 albums as a kid?
Marshall Mathers LP, Nas Illmatic, and Jay-Z The Black Album.
Solid. That's
The
super.
Black Album that I back out is the best rapper alive. Ask about.
Who has believed in you the most through your career?
Myself. And to me, that's the most important, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to. Like, if you don't, and it radiates. Like, you can tell when an artist doesn't believe in themselves and they're doubting themselves on stage or anything. Like, I believed in myself, and then a friend of mine that I just met about a year and a half ago named Cheryl Yarber had a lot of belief in me, and that's carried over into a lot of stuff that you see now as far as me and Shocka knowing each other. She invited me to come out to Zarate Shop, and that's where I met Shocka at, so.
What's next creatively for you?
I'm working on a collab project with Shocka. I don't want to say the name yet, but that, and then I've got singles dropping, a solo album. I'm working with a lot of local artists too that I see talent, and I'm jumping on songs with them because I want to see this area rise up. So whenever I hear talent on a song, or I see, you know, their music videos and stuff, like, I want to work with them and help my audience get to know them, and vice versa. Maybe they have an audience that I don't have, but I've been doing that a lot lately.
Well, that's all my questions.
That's alright, I got that motherfucker all the time. The shirt that I'm wearing is Florida Distro. That's the homies company in Boone, North Carolina. If you need to get you some smoke, go up there and holler at them. They're gonna take care of it. Y'all that know me know it's grind all night to the death. I'm gonna stay repping grind all night. That's the label that I started in 2009. I used to have a whole team. Went to prison, I came home, I revamped the team and who's around it, and it's grind all night entertainment to the death. Shocka Hustlemane. Go to shockahustlemane.com, get your Shocka Hustlemane shirts, get your grind all night shirts, and become a part of the movement. If you're from East Tennessee especially, like, who else you got out here to really ride with this out here shaking shit except for like Mop Factory, grind all night entertainment, Shocka Hustlemane.
Hey y'all, B Milli, if you're a fan of B Milli and you fucking with B Milli and his story and his come up right here, grind all night shirts. He's been rocking the same grind all night design for what, 15, 16 years? And that's the truth, y'all. If you want one of these shirts right here, they're only 20 bucks on www.shockahustlemane.com. Man, they're on my website. We got these popping on.
I just told him. But yeah, show 'em.
We about to start selling the grind all night stickers right here.
Stickers. This is one of my favorite mixtapes that I did. Highly medicated. And then this is the hot product right now.
Look, the Shocka Hustlemane shirts too, y'all.
This is my favorite.
If you support B Milli, you support me. If you support me, you gotta support B Milli, y'all. So if y'all fans right here, y'all know what time it is.
This is the hot selling item right here.
Yes, sir.
My favorite.
Shocka Hustlemane, made in East Tennessee. Yes, sir. And these are the white ones. They say, Shocka, why you sell a white shirt to all your fans if all they're doing is mud bogging and stuff? You're supposed to get these dirty. You take these white shirts and you get them dirty.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Y'all tap in with B Milli right here. This is my dog right here for real, y'all. Yeah, this here for us, we ain't trying to stunt. We ain't trying to be like these other guys. We trying to put on for our people. We both done been through struggles and stuff. We both deal with drama all the time and all kinds of bullshit just like anybody else around here. But we're proud of where we're from. We love this place. And if you support me, tap in with B Milli, tap in with these guys because, man, we out here grinding. We really doing the damn thing, for real. And shout out Florida Distro, Boone, North Carolina. All your THCA legal needs, man. Come get them.
Mm-hmm.
Gas.
Straight gas. That's all we smoke.
Gas.